We, the emperors of our space, do understand that the universe is infinite and finite, is of that every situation is unique, that in order to find balance we must pay attention, is to be aware that we make mistakes, is of to take counsel when we can, is for it won't always be there. For a situation to be resolved, communication is essential, as is to do our best to be decent and respectful in every situation we are in. Is that by denying and hurting others, we deny and hurt ourselves. That the republic we create is our family. Is of that honesty and integrity should be our currency, for our words and worlds are great, and they are not our own. Love you, family. Senuchi, Dio Lucifer, Bradford Tomas McHugh, Michael Lucifer, Truthbringer, Morningstar, Gabriel Bellrinner, Raphael Viscera, Michael Page, Dio Twin Luciferi.
I've got to wait for you to decide either to recognize the currency or I have to come back tomorrow and do it all over again. It's Reaganomics, state law. I mean, I'm emancipated. Technically speaking, I should even have to do this. And stick with you. I've been of age since I was 3. You can't say that, technically speaking. You don't have the authority. The person who told you that they don't want to hear doesn't have the authority. It's the right to say that. It's ruled with the grammar, cardinal, vocabulary, state law, civil and constitutional law, international, paramilitary law, Lord Barrister, High Court, Henry Hugh, DOD, CIA, FBI, FDA. Treasury Department. I'm the ranking officer. There's nothing for me to do other than get them to do it. This is dereliction of duty, and I'm becoming an officer and a citizen. It's a law.
You tell me about citizens.
Oh, yeah?
Voter.
Oh, and why don't I vote? Oh, yeah, that's right, because I refuse to send my responsibility and accountability over to somebody else who has proven over and over again to fail to represent anybody.
They just take their welfare check and, tell us how we should run our government.
I didn't do that. I proved that you don't have one. What does your currency represent?
Nothing.
Precisely.
Exactly.
So you're not a government then, are you?
Yes, I am.
So where am I sending my vote if your currency represents nothing?
The currency does not make the government.
Answer the question.
It has nothing to do with it.
Answer the question.
I already did.
If your currency represents nothing, what are you governing?
What's your name?
You don't govern currency.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you
Let the record
don't.
stand.
Let the record stand.
So what does your currency do then?
We can fix this.
It's identification of means of transfer of property.
Yeah. And what does that represent?
What does it represent?
Yes.
It represents what it represents. There's your question.
So what are you
I
communing
just got
with?
finished telling you
What
what
are you
it
communing
represents.
with?
It represents a means of transfer
And
of
what
property.
establishes its value?
The World Bank.
Carol, don't do it, okay?
What establishes its value? If the World Bank does
What
it, then there's a standard under which that
establishes
they
its value?
get the value.
What
establishes its value?
What? A what? Not who. A what establishes its value?
Yes. You
There's
just said the World Bank. Are you
the World
contradicting
Bank
yourself again?
establishes the value of any currency.
Under what standard?
Under the standard of the benefit of the world.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay, then what's the national debt?
Upset because of the way
What is our national debt?
Yeah. And what effect does it have on your currency? I'll drag you through the mud. Come on.
Approximately 14.
And what does that have to do with the value of your currency?
What does it mean about my currency?
Yeah. What does it establish of your currency? Or do you not
It
know that
establishes the
either?
fact that a
Mister,
currency
you went to
can
school for
run
law.
from a positive or a negative aspect.
So
That's
the
what
more
it
debt
says.
you have, is your currency worth more or less?
What?
With the more debt that you are incurring, because it's your government, is it worth more or less?
Is it worth more or less?
With the more debt that you have.
I can't hear you anymore.
Because it's not my debt.
Carol. She's gonna run back inside.
So are you actively then degrading your own culture because you refuse to handle your debt?
I do handle my debt. I vote.
I represent myself. Instead of handing my
You can't
responsibility...
represent yourself.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
There's nowhere
Because
in
you
the
have to
Constitution
represent it
that
to
is developed by
somebody.
your
You have to
businessman can I say
represent it to
not.
somebody. You can't
I don't.
represent yourself.
I'm doing it right now.
No, you're not.
Yes,
You're
I
not
am.
doing anything right now. You're doing absolutely nothing.
Hello?
Hello.
Good morning, Buffer. I got your text messages. I just wanted to know, you have Medicaid, correct?
Medicaid and Medicare.
Okay. So what I was told is Medicaid has caseworkers to where you can call, like on the back of the Medicaid card, it shows numbers that you can call to ask for if you have any questions. And they have caseworkers. So you can ask them if they have any general assistance because you want to be put into a facility.
Okay.
And they can help you with all of that. And if you need help with that, are you going to need help with that, trying to get a hold of somebody?
I need to be taken to base.
Oh, you need to be taken today.
To base.
Okay.
Army base. There is no reason for me to be in the civilian sector. I should be taken to base.
I can't understand you.
Army, I need to be taken to base. There's no reason for me to be in the civilian sector.
Okay, we can't do that unless you're in the Army or something and you're not.
I'm international paramilitary. Silky Smooth, Thundercats, Golden Child, Little Buddha, Daryl, War Games, Project X, Dio Lucifer.
Okay, and how are you doing other than that? Why do you feel like you need to be in the facility?
Because there's no reason for me to be here. I could be doing things and making the world a better place, rather than sitting and rotting in a room listening to broadcasts that have nothing to do with anything with me, other than the fact that I solved these problems over 30 years ago.
Okay. And you can get out into the community and not just stay at the house.
No, I can't. I've already documented that on YouTube.
Okay. Okay, well, with the whole base stuff, there's nothing that I can do with that. If you want to go into a group home or something like that, we can assist you with that.
All I need you to do is take me to base.
Okay, I can't do transportation.
Okay, well, who can? Because technically isn't ACT supposed to do that?
That it depends if that's what they're supposed to do. Usually they're only supposed to provide you for rides to your appointment. There is a bus system though as well.
I'm not supposed to take myself. Special Order List, TIE Fighter, Dio Lucifer, Bradford Tomas McHugh. Foreign and domestic.
How is everything else going? How is your cannabis going?
It's not going well.
How come?
Practice is ruined by environment.
Okay. Let me get with Dr. A and talk with her about everything.
Because at this point, it's abuse and neglect, and if I don't say anything, it's dereliction of duty, conduct on becoming an officer and a citizen. All I need to do is be taken to base, and they're supposed to know what to do with me.
Okay, I can't provide that transportation for you.
Okay, well, you're an authority in the civilian sector, and they refuse to listen to me. I'm telling everyone I possibly can.
Okay. Alright, I will call Dr. A, okay?
I went to the bank. She said she doesn't have anything else for me to do.
Okay.
Okay.
So we can't give you that transportation though.
When can you?
Well, what I do with what I'm supposed to be doing is I authorize your medications, which you're not taking any medications.
I'm taking medication.
So,
Aren't you supposed to be a treatment guardian?
a treatment guardian is only for psychiatric medications only. I'm not a full guardian to do anything. I don't override anything but medication.
So basically, you're now informing me there isn't anyone in the civilian sector who has the authority to take me to base.
You can provide that transportation. You can
I'm
ride
not
the bus.
supposed to. Part of my mission is to establish a skill set in the civilian sector, and if you're telling me that there isn't that, then that's what the answer is. Is that what you're telling me the answer is? There isn't a civilian sector authority to take Army personnel to the base.
I'm not speaking for everybody else. I'm telling you that I myself cannot provide transportation for you.
Okay.
Dr. A provides transportation for your appointment.
Well, I tried asking them, and they said that they can't do that. So can we set up a meeting with the higher authorities to get things done properly?
The higher authorities are who?
Who were the people that we met at the University of New Mexico?
That was the court system, and we can't meet with them over transportation.
Well, technically,
It's
it's a
only for
matter of
treatment
state. If you and ACT can't do it, then the court system is the only people to involve. Order of operations, rules of engagement, standards and practices, weights and measures, quality control, grammar.
Okay, so if you would like to call Dr. A and ask her to do that, then you're fine to do that.
Okay.
Okay, I hope you have a good day.
Say no, Chief. Is that home?
I thought this was your home.
Yeah, precisely. If you started outside, it would all rot. Where's your culture? Where's your history?
I'm Mexican.
Precisely my point.
Are you being racist?
Do you know what racist means?
Oh.
So, why wouldn't I be?
This motherfucker's racist. I said, he's like, you know what racist means? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, why wouldn't I be? You racist?
You don't know what racist means either, huh?
Yes, it means that, okay, so this, I'm sorry, I have to say this kid is black.
Technically, no, he's not.
This kid is Mexican.
Are you Imperial Guard? Are you high standing? Are you not in debt? Because this is what makes you black. First right, second right, third right, cultural fingerprints.
No, what makes you black is your skin color and your culture.
That's what I just got finished saying.
Your mom and daddy's down there. Do you eat tequila? Yeah. Do you drink?
So, are you racist?
Yeah, you?
I just got finished saying I was.
Do you drink?
Do you have a language?
Yeah, I do.
What language do you think you're speaking?
English and Spanish.
Technically, neither of those are languages.
Yes, they are. They are. Well, then
They're heretical. They're half-assed languages that derive from
They're
Latin.
half-assed languages.
That derive from Latin.
Then you're speaking English, and that's
I'm speaking Sanochi.
Sandwich. You're speaking sandwich?
Soul and of tea. It's Latin.
Are you scared of dogs?
No.
Do you speak sandwich? Don't let it go to the bed.
Let the record stand, International Imperial Federal Court.
He likes his shorts.
Hey, she's lying.
Fucking on it. He likes his shorts. He likes his shorts.
Soul and of tea.
Let her fall in, please. No. Here, let me fall. I don't want her to fall. Hi, Kiki. Oh, yeah, like me, okay?
Remember whose country we're in.
What?
Remember whose country we're in.
It's not yours.
I died and lived for. What did you do for other than
didn't
commit
die.
espionage and
You're
treason so
alive.
far?
You didn't.
So far, you've done nothing but commit espionage, treason, sacrilege,
No, I picked
and
up
jihad.
trash the other day. I picked up trash. He's calling on texting.
I didn't call you any of those, and I have recording to prove it. Foreign and domestic, DOD, CIA, FBI, FDA, Department of Health, Secret Service. Serenity, safe journey, decency and respect. Civil and constitutional law and a dragon. If you're going to live in my country, you should at least learn the standard.
It's not your country.
It is. It's more mine than it is yours.
No, it's not.
1987, Yale and Harvard failure. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. How many votes have you then voted to turn your children into espionage and treason because you refuse to be responsible and accountable for your currency? 1987. You want to be responsible and accountable for the country? Here it is. What is it? Because I already answered the question.
You're an adult. You would go away.
I'm waiting for your answer because I asked the question.
What?
If this is your country, what's the currency? Because I already solved this question.
No.
1987, Yale and Harvard failure. Answer.
Mr. Dude.
International Imperial Federal Court.
You could go away now.
Let the record stand.
Alone, please.
I pledge.
Sennochi.